There was a man named Elias who once believed that freedom meant distance, from rules, from faith, from God. As a boy, he had listened to prayers spoken softly at night and scriptures read with gentle conviction. But as he grew older, those memories felt restrictive to him. He wanted more than quiet obedience. He wanted the world. So Elias walked away. At first, his choice felt right. The world rewarded his boldness. Money came easily, people admired his confidence, and every night seemed to promise something new. He told himself that he was finally living, yet beneath the laughter and noise, something inside him began to thin. Rest did not come easily, and silence felt unbearable. Each achievement satisfied him less than the one before it, and the joy he chased always stayed just out of reach. To avoid facing the emptiness, Elias hardened himself. He learned to take what he wanted and move on without looking back. Relationships became tools. Promises became flexible. He told himself that this was strength, but deep down he felt himself becoming smaller, heavier, and more tired. Then everything collapsed. The wealth he trusted vanished. The people who surrounded him disappeared without explanation. The doors that once opened effortlessly were suddenly locked. Elias found himself alone in a bare room, with nothing left to distract him from his thoughts. The night stretched long and cold, and the confidence he once carried abandoned him completely. One evening, sitting on the floor with his back against the wall, Elias broke. Not with anger, but with grief. For the first time in years, he did not argue with God or deny him. He simply wept. In that stillness, words he had heard long ago surfaced in his memory, an invitation spoken by Jesus to the weary and burdened, promising rest to those who would come. Elias did not know how to pray anymore. The eloquent words of his childhood were gone. All he could offer was honesty. God, if you are still listening, I am tired. I have lost myself. I cannot fix what I have broken. If you will have me, I am done running. Nothing dramatic followed. There was no sudden change in his circumstances, but something unseen shifted within him. The weight that pressed on his chest eased, and for the first time in years, peace settled into his heart. It was not excitement or relief, but assurance, a quiet knowing that he had not been abandoned. That night, Elias slept without fear. The next days were not easy, but they were different. Elias turned back toward God, step by uncertain step. He admitted his wrongs and sought forgiveness, not as a performance, but as surrender. Some people welcomed him back, others turned away. Elias accepted both, understanding that repentance did not erase consequences, but it did restore direction. He opened the Bible again, this time not to prove anything, but to be changed. In the life of Jesus, he saw compassion for sinners, patience with the broken, and love that did not retreat in the face of failure. He realized that Christ had never demanded perfection, only a willing heart. Elias began to follow Jesus, not perfectly, but faithfully. Where he once pursued gain, he now chose service. Where he once demanded control, he learned trust. His life became quieter, but deeper. The emptiness that once haunted him was replaced with purpose, and the restlessness that drove him faded into peace. When people noticed the change and asked what had happened, Elias did not boast about transformation or discipline. He spoke simply and truthfully, "I was lost, and Jesus found me." His story became a reminder that no one wanders too far, falls too deep, or fails too greatly to be restored. The grace that reached Elias still reaches today. The same Christ who welcomed him continues to call, patiently and lovingly, to every weary heart. And for anyone listening who feels lost, the invitation remains the same. Come home.